Don't tell YouTube. All right. This says I'm offline. Last seen 8 seconds ago. That's not a good sign. Definitely online. Ooh, I got a cough. Okay. Welcome to the stream. We're making a game for Game Jam 7. Game like Jam 7. We're making a Roguelike. A game like Rogue. And it's content jam for the game. We're making a lot of content. And something that I discovered yesterday that I hoped wasn't true, but is true. I do not enjoy making art on stream. I do not enjoy brainstorming on stream. I've done it before. Brainstorming magic item ideas for D&D. And it's not as rewarding as I had hoped. And I'm not going to be doing it on stream, unfortunately. I thought it would be like writing code. Like, if I wasn't streaming me writing code, I would probably have given up after day 2, honestly. But there's something about writing code that is just like, it's really hard. You write it, it's really hard, it's a struggle, and then it works. And you're like, oh, boom. That's really, I enjoy it a lot. I find it really rewarding. I think it's because with code, you get to a point where you're done. And you know you're done. And it works. And it's good. And it's like, it's either it's good or it's in a place where you're happy leaving it there. And I just don't feel that with art and with brainstorming ideas and stuff. I don't know. I feel like I have half my brain tied behind my back, and I feel like when I'm doing a lot of like ideation for games, I like to move around. I like to walk around. I like to experience changes in scenery to get inspiration. Can't do that while I'm streaming. So I see my camera's wrong. Excuse me for 1 second while I fix that. This is awkward. I thought I didn't need to set that up, but I do. The light is leaking through. Let me just go ahead and deactivate the camera. Click the button. Amazing. I can't click the button while it's deactivated. Okay. Okay, this should make it flicker. Yep. Okay. It's incredible that I have to do this, but all right. I am not going to stop. I'm going to make content today for the game so that we have stuff to do for the rest of the week. And I've done that. I've made more mobs. I've done more art. I've crammed out. These are not like final ideas, but these are ideas that I can make crappy squiggles for, and then we can write code for, and then we can put them in the game and see if they are worth keeping or not. So ideas are there. Art is coming. I'm not doing it on stream. What I will be doing on stream today, and I won't be going for very long so that I can spend most of my time generating art and walking around and generating ideas. I'm gonna see if I can implement diagonal movement. See if I can get this low oxygen warning doodad in, and get the small text box art added so that, well, right now we have our hit points and our energy and those are just floating, and I think we can do better than that. So we're gonna actually do that first because I'm thinking of it right now. So I've already modified the small text box. Small text box. I might need to go to a situation where these arts are sorted instead of just putting them all in one folder. That may be coming soon. Adding sprite 2D. This is a What is it? What is this? What element is this? This is a small text box. Why does it have that symbol? It's a sprite 2D. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Is that big enough? Oh, I thought I scaled it. I did scale it, and it's still not big enough. And I don't want to do this because that makes it look dumb. Well, shoot. All right, I'm not using this. Right idea. 125 by 25. What is this? What is the size of this object? Like the absolute size. 98 pixels? This is 98 pixels? It cannot be. That cannot be true. Why can't I not zoom out? Oh, well, maybe what I could do. I want to make it longer, not wider. But if I just do this, let me move the Z level. No, I need to move the Z level of the text forward. Z level. Okay, there's no Z level. All right, how do I Y level? Do I have to just order it like this? Ah. Oh, there it is. There's the Z level. All right. What does that look like if I just do that? Atrocious. All right, so this is, it actually needs to be even bigger than it looks, so that I have room for the text, because I want it to be like that. I wish I could just measure like how many pixels is this? This is wrong. Is there a ruler object? Godot ruler 2D view. Ruler. Ruler mode. Pan mode. How do I get that? One of these modes is ruler mode. Is it like... I'm guessing this is rotation mode, so that must be ruler mode. Scale mode. Rotate mode. Move mode. Show list of... Change objects pivot. Oh, it's probably the ruler. Hey, it's the ruler. All right. This is like 200 pixels. It's 190 pixels, but we can round that up to 200. 200 pixels. Okay. This is 200 pixels as well? Sure. So we can just make all of them 200 pixels and then figure out a clever way to attach them. Got it. We'll come back to that. Maybe I'll do that Monday. All right, get out of here. I did draw a flashlight. Let me go grab that. Let me just shrink this out of the way. GIMP, game, tools, flashlight. Oh, I didn't export it. Where's this gonna, what monitor is this gonna pop up on? Yeah, I don't think I can, like, it needs to be a PNG. I don't think I can put an XCF file in. So we'll just export that directly into the Godot folder so that it just magically shows up in our game. Art flashlight.png. I think this is where I want to make like a tools, items, No, I do want it to be called tools. We're gonna have to start playing that game. Then we go to the flashlight, which is a script. Go to the flashlight script and we say set sprite res dot arts dot tools dot, yeah, there it is. This does have, so all of the tools, all of the weapons have an on off. So I think I need to do something here. I probably need to load it as a sprite frame, yeah. So that's wrong also. That's not what I meant to do. Sprite.texture. I did this for the fly. So let me go see the code that I wrote for the fly. Green bug. So we create a sprite, we get a sprite sheet and then we frames. Let me look up how you make a sprite frames. So this isn't going to be animated. This is just going to be, the sprite has an on and an off. So I wonder if Sprite 2D can handle that, or if I do need to make an animated sprite. Frame chords. I can set that. Sprite.frame chord 1616 001616. Frame. No, I don't want to look at this. I want to go back. I know what an int is. Current frame to display from the sprite sheet. H frames or V frames must be greater than 1. That's probably what we need to do. We need to set the horizontal frames to 2. Yeah. Let's try it. Okay, that was too fast. I mean, that is what it looks like. So it works. Obviously the graphics could use work, but let's see it again. Yeah, that's a flashlight. Oh, I was also thinking, it makes sense to not have this black space be terrain so that you can tell where you've been, since unseen terrain and blank terrain look the same. So I'm going to go into the terrains level, terrain tile set. Or actually, I'm going to try and unselect this. I don't know if I know how to do that. Paint. Terrains. Was that a tile map thing? Terrain sets. Okay, this is setting it for the floor, for the walls. Oh, I need to go over here and then, no. How do I unset terrain? That's what I want. I don't want this terrain anymore. Godot remove terrain tile. Yeah, because there was the whole setup. Patterns? No. Paint. Select the property, terrains. This is probably it. Let's just undo that. I don't know what these zeros are. Is that it? Did we do it? Possibly, because the terrain set is now -1. Yeah, okay, so the ground is now a thing. It looks more cluttered, but now you can tell where you've been. Maybe what we can do is we can make this like this tile, whatever it's called, the smooth sparse tile, raise the probability of that. Or is that this one, actually? 2, 2. Okay, and then we can also, I think we can make alternate tiles. Okay, how do we do that? No, it's something we do here. Oh, I remember. Okay, it's not something that you would intuitively figure out, but you right click on it to make an alternate tile. And then we go here and we go, okay, flip horizontally. Flip vertically. Flip vertically and horizontally. Look at that. We have alternate tiles now. Okay, and I think we can afford to make the probabilities a lot higher. All right, let's see what that looks like. The alternate tiles aren't getting used. Doesn't look like. Yeah, I don't see alternate tiles. I don't see them anywhere. So Godot use alternate tiles. Is it a probability thing? No, probabilities are equal. These aren't part of the terrain set. Could that be the problem? Do we need to go into the tile map and paint them as a terrain? Pattern? How do I... How did I set a tile? Paint? This was it. This was it. Floor. Okay. Oh, we need to do this. Okay. Does this... Did I do a thing where like this is here, but it also exists on the tile sheet, so it exists twice? Did I goof that? Could that be a thing where like delete, we don't need this. We can just flip this twice. And we'll still have full representation of all the tiles. Okay. I mean, I see the alternate tiles. I'm still seeing patterns. But maybe, like, that's not a huge deal breaker. Let's try adjusting the probability, though, of this one, because I think I made it 4. Let's just make it 1. Let's make this one 1. Let's also make this one 1 while we're at it. We're not using it, but I don't want to see that. Okay. I think that works. You know, on the one, it's kind of hard to tell probabilities. So, you know, how much of this is it works and how much of it is whatever. Hey, how long is the game jam you're participating in? It is this long, 20 days left. It's a 30-day jam, so this is day 10. So, what's the game about? It is a roguelike. It is a game like Rogue. It's still a work in progress. So, with the flashlight and stuff, yeah, we'll see if it pans out when the level isn't just a placeholder, you know. We'll see. What was I doing? I added the flashlight, which wasn't a thing I wrote down. Oh, the low oxygen warning doodad. I don't think I have outputted that as a PNG. So, any tips on like coding? You got to be more specific because that's a very broad topic. Write code. I don't know. Export to the art folder in our game. Oh, that's not the game folder. That's a different game. Godot Dungeon Crawl Arts. Export. Okay. Trying to use Unity, but I have no idea how to program. Like any free sites that I can use, it's good to learn coding. Yeah, I'm not really good at giving advice there. I don't know. I learned coding by starting with C. And I don't recommend anyone who's not like super serious about coding do coding in C because it's relatively primitive. Python is a good language to start coding with. Godot's not bad. Like GDScript, it's not as good as Python, but it's decent. It's decent. You can start here, but yeah, I don't know. I know there's Python boot camps. I don't know how good they are because I've never been in one, and I couldn't recommend one. I have no idea. Maybe I should start on Godot instead of Unity. I have no idea what Unity uses, if they have their own script. If you're doing something like in Java or C# or any heavier languages, I don't think those are good for introductions because there's a lot going on that you kind of need to know what's going on under the hood of the computer to understand what the language is doing. Python and GDScript to a lesser extent, they kind of take care of that for you. So you can focus squarely on the logic that you're trying to write and make it a little easier to dive in. And then if you want to learn what's going on under the hood, you can always start with Python, then move on to C or C# or whatever. Unity is C#. Might delete Unity, try Godot. Yeah, why not? Godot is 100% free, so there's no risk. I thought the tutorial was pretty neat, so give it a stab. We're gonna add, I added the thing in. I need this to be an animated sprite, I believe. Okay, we need to go to the main scene. We're gonna attach this to our oxygen. We're gonna add an animated sprite. Sprite 2D. Yeah, we are. Where are we putting it? Warning, we don't have a thing. Good news, we have a thing now. Why isn't that working? New sprite frames. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me open this up. Path. Come on now. Well, why can't I drag? So like better with 2D, Godot? I don't know, I've never done Unity, so I couldn't compare them. I mean, I've done the tutorials for Unity, and they're about equivalent. But I've never made a game in Unity, so tutorial wise, they're about equivalent. That's the most I can say. I could not tell you which is better. How do I grab? No, I don't want to grab the camera. I want to grab this element and move it. I think I can transform it. 400. I mean, ask is Godot better for 2D 3D games? Well, I couldn't tell you either, because this is the first game I've made in Godot that is not the tutorial. So, I have no idea. I have no clue. Your guess is as good as mine there. It's relative to where I put this element. Okay, so I actually was grabbing nothing the whole time. Let's just zoom in. Okay, why is zooming in so hard? Do you see an animated sprite 2D? Because I don't. How do I do? Wow, that's crazy. Gotta start somewhere. Everybody starts somewhere. How? Oh, do I drag? Oh, I drag here. That's why. Oh, I love that it didn't figure out that this is actually 2 frames. How do I do that? I've forgotten. Select an animation node. Oh, come on, zoom in. I can't click things that are that small. All right. Why does it think that's the... No, it should be 16 by 16. That's why. Oh, I'm sorry. This should be 2 by 2. That's why. There we go. Two by 1. Ah, I'm smart. Add 2 frames. There we go. We figured it out. We just used the sprite sheet. Okay, and now we hit the play button. Can I set the speed? Oh, I can. That seems fine. That seems like a fine speed. Put that there. Perfect. Now all we have to do is hide this whenever the player's oxygen is above 5%. Props you make your first game for a jam. Thanks. It's been going all right. Oh, I do want to scale this up. I did promise myself I would do that. Yeah. We'll put it there. And we got to hide it. Visibility. No, we don't get to see that unless our oxygen drops below 5%. Now we go to our label handler, the thing responsible for handling our label. I wish clicking this would go to the script. Maybe clicking the script would go to the script. That makes sense. Where's the update UI? Actually, the update UI is not handled here because we haven't moved it yet. That's okay. We'll move it here soon. Let's just deal with this for now. If player.oxygen divided by player.maxoxygen is less than, we gotta put this in parentheses because I don't trust math. If it's less than 0.05, oxygen, nope. What is it called? We didn't name it. That's on us. Oxygen warning. We can also take that element and just give it a name. I mean, not a name, but there we go. Oxygen warning dot visible equals true. Otherwise, else. Okay, and let's, for testing purposes, let's make this 0.5. So actually, let's make this like 0.9. So as soon as our oxygen drops below 50 units, kill the fly instantly. It didn't show up. It's not here. Hello? Oxygen. No. Damn. Okay, and we're dead. Oxygen warning dot visible. What's going on here? Print player dot oxygen divided by player dot max oxygen. Based on me seeing the code, I confirm this looks easier than Unity. Good sign. Oh, I need to actually see the print output. Okay, it's 0. Oh, we need to cast it to a float, don't we? Float. Float. Nope, that wasn't it. It's immediately at 0%. How do I do division in Godot? Godot divide two numbers. Is it because I need to cast each element as a float? It's gotta be like float, float. Is that the game we have to play? It is. Okay, there we go. So we just cast every element as a float. And then we should see the oxygen warning pop up. Let me move this over here. We're still not seeing it. Am I dumb? This is 0.374 is less than 0.9. Oxygen warning should be visible. Let's see if that parentheses actually mattered. Order of operations. Nope. Still not there. No oxygen warning. Can we start with it being visible? Before I panic, let me just make sure. Go back to main. Let me just make sure this function is even being called. Print. Yep. Making oxygen warning visible. All right, we don't need this anymore. We are. Well, let's keep that. Okay. Why did what? Wait, why did it just... Oh, did I just get murdered by a fly? Okay, it says making oxygen warning visible, so... We are getting here. You are an animated sprite. Do we have a visible, like... thing? Like, I'm certain we do, because otherwise it's be like, first of all, absolutely we do, because what is this? That's the visible. Does it need to be like capital V? It probably doesn't. Update UI. Animated sprite 2D is a canvas item. Canvas item has the visible. Set visible? So it would only be visible if this is visible, but this is visible. Like, yeah, we can see that. So, huh. If I start with it visible, it immediately is turned invisible. But what if we take that code that turns it invisible and we make that go away? All right, so we are not setting it invisible. Oh, yeah, pass. It's still gone. It's not there. Where is it? Do I need to set the Z value for it? Is that what the problem is? Go ahead and raise that up to 1. It looks fine here, so I don't understand why it wouldn't look fine when I press the play button. Dear animated sprite, where are you? Where are you? Why is this not showing up? Why can I not see this? Oh, I can see it now. It's not animated. Okay. Why isn't it animated? What did I do wrong? Animation. Click on this. Select an animation player. Node. Isn't that what this is? What am I doing? Okay. It gets animated here. Godot animated sprite 2D not animating. Did I have to do something for the bug that I've forgotten? It's possible. Do I have to do sprite.play? That's not just handled automatically. I would have hoped it is. Maybe it isn't. Let's do sprite.play for our and then we do oxygen warning dot stop. Come back to that. That may be unnecessary, but still not animating. Oh, that was it. Okay, we just need to call oxygen warning.play. So if we hide these, we'll set this to like 99, so it pops up instantly. Pops up instantly. There it is. Oh, my head's blocking it. There it is. What if I put it down there? Yeah. And it's playing at the speed we want it to play. Okay, cool. So let's actually set that to the value we want. 0.5. That might be too low. I think like 25 is the point in which it'll start screaming. Yep. All right. And then we're dead. That might be too low, but it's fine. Oh, okay. Oxygen doodad added. We'll figure out the exact number we want later. I've implemented a weapon. I've done that. Do I have time? I have a few more minutes. Diagonal movement is more important. Let's implement diagonal movement. Been putting that off. So first we want the movement handler to be able to handle diagonal movement. If event.is action pressed P, I can just probably just copy like so. Up left. I think we already have these set up. Up left. Up right. Down left. All right, and then we go in the mapper, key mapper. We got to add up, down, up left, down left, up left, up right, down left, and down right. I hope I'm adding them. Okay, and then we got to actually map. Okay, so up left is 7 on the numpad. Up right is 9. Down left is that. If you're playing WASD, I have no idea how you do these. I went and looked on roguelikes. Roguelikes don't have any idea either. They use the HJKL key maps by default, and then you've got Y, B, P, and period for diagonal movement. And it's like, there's no way I'm teaching that. I have no idea. I can make a tooltip that's like, use the numpad to move. And if you don't have a numpad, don't move diagonally. I can do that. I don't know how to teach HJKL. Bruh. Plan to make a Metroidvania. Nice. I feel like 2D scrollers, any kind of scroller game, is better suited for Godot than Roguelike. Godot does not have a grid mentality that a Metroidvania certainly will. I assume you mean by Metroidvania, you mean like a platformer. I think the easiest way would be to hold shift to change WASD to diagonal directions. That could work. That could work. I don't hate that. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna add those. I'm gonna bind those keys now, and if I hate it later, I will, undo it. Shift W to go left. Wait a minute. Is that right? How do you go up left on WASD? Is it Shift W or Shift Q? Okay, this is a little sus, but I'm just gonna go for it. Figure it out later. It just might help show in the UI which direction it rotates. to do. Show that. I see I removed WASD actually in the movement. So past me already gave up on WASD ever working. Okay, we got to add 4 more key events to handle to the movement handler. And we can just copy paste. So I'm just going to do that. Okay, theoretically, that's it. We've already configured everything else. Oh, I can't move down anymore. I can't move any direction anymore. What? Oh, I can only move diagonally now. I can't move cardinally anymore. That's weird. Great, that's a bug to track down right now. Introducing me crying. So if I move left, print, trying to move left. Metroidvania is like a side scroller. Yeah, okay, yeah. I think Godot is built for that. Because it gives you like physics and lighting and all of that just out of the box. Oh, I see the problem. The code is fine. Here's the problem. This is not the numpad. Oops, no, not enter. This is not the numpad, so I'm pressing the wrong buttons trying to move. Yeah, we implemented the physics from that Godot gives you by default at the very beginning of this project, and then we threw it away because I don't want to. We're aligned to a grid. We don't have physics. I don't want to do collision checks on tiles in the Godot way. Okay, so we have diagonal movement. It's done. We're done. We only have to do one more thing. We go to the visibility handler. Somewhere, somehow, we set the A star grid to only do non-diagonal movement, and we just have to tell it, hey, actually, it's fine. You can have diagonal movement. A star. There it is. Diagonal mode never. How about diagonal mode sometimes? What are the options? Euclidean, Manhattan, octile. Oh, here we go. Diagonal mode always. Diagonal mode always. We have other options. That's cool. I like it. Shoot. All right, we have diagonally moving mobs now. Now we're roguing. Okay, something I do want to implement, but not this week, is shift movement. In Rogue, I don't think it's true in Reaping the Dungeon, but in Rogue, if you shift move, that tells the game, keep moving left until something interesting happens. Either suddenly you can see a mob, suddenly you can see an item, or you get attacked, or you hit a wall, or I think if you hit a room, I don't think we need to do that, but we could have a slower autopilot to where it's like every quarter of a second move until the player presses a button. Like we can have some sort of autopilot, but I do want that. Okay, let me just run into a wall just to verify that the oxygen beeper will beep. Okay, good, it still works. Great. Implement a weapon. I don't have time to do that, but I should do that. I can get started. Add script for weapon. Was there anything else that I was gonna do? Zooming in? No. Diagonal movement. I do need to add at some point. Okay, so first of all, let me write down what I need to add. The thing I just said. Oh, autopilot. Shift movement. Moving until something interesting happens. I.e., we see a mob item or hit a wall. And then I just had it in my head. I just had it. No, get it back. Let me look at the game. What is this game missing that a traditional roguelike expects? I mean, shift movement, yeah. Well, okay. We need to add leveling up. That needs to be added. Unequipping. Equipment. Oh, I remember now. I remember. We need to be able to detach the camera. So, detach a button to detach the camera. We need to add being able to shoot guns. We have there's no fire button. All attacks are melee right now, and that's most of the weapons I came up with are guns, and I think most of the weapons in Reaping the Dungeon are guns. And I don't like we can add melee weapons, but I think that is going to be where the majority of combat is going to be happening, at range. Button to detach the camera. Brainstorming on camera hard. Just need to remember other things that I need to do. Status effects. Chests and keys. That's going to go into level generation, but yes, level content. Chests, doors, keys, messages, breadcrumbs. I do want to have like puzzle pieces, not like complicated puzzle pieces, but like, we only have 10 inventory slots. So we could burden the player with like, you have to carry this thing throughout the level to get to a certain area, but you only have a finite amount of inventory. So we could also make a tool that does the same thing. You only have a certain number of tool slots. I don't want to work on most of this stuff this week, so the majority of what that's not true. The majority of what I'm going to be doing the rest of the week is actually implementing all of the content so that we can start implementing level strategies. But I do need to implement a weapon soon. And then, I don't know. Let me look at the code, because staring at the game is not. At some point, probably within the final few days, we got to balance things. That is something to worry about. I was thinking the way that we have set up how levels work right now, we could have multiple exits on a level, and that would let us do things like, all right, here's the normal path. You go the normal path, you get the game, the base game. Like you go from level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, we could have a like secondary path on level 2, where if you do an unlikely series of events, you unlock the path directly to the last level. Or we could have it branch off to a secret level or something like, I don't know, secret levels. Alternate exits. Secret levels. I think I also need mob spawn. I'm going to put mob spawners on this list. Because, well, in Reaping the Dungeon, mobs don't spawn at all. But in Rogue, they do. I'm pretty sure the game is constantly spawning mobs. And maybe that's better than... I don't want to go adopt the system of you have to kill all the mobs on this level to get the maximum benefit from the level. I think that's not necessary. So probably going to tend towards spawn. Mobs are just going to constantly spawn, and you need to leave the level before you get overwhelmed or you run out of oxygen or whatever. So having mob spawners, that's the thing. Do we want to have a one level? A secret level where the exit runs from you. Because that's what it does in Reaping the Dungeon, so why not have one of those? Why not? I think if I do that, I'm not going to do it on stream. I'm going to make that a surprise. No, I'll definitely do that on stream. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is good enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the stream in just a moment. And I'm going to go through my list of things to make. So I've made all of the mobs. I've made all of the weapons. But there's no stats for any of them. I'm going to stat them out. Then I'm going to draw very crappy art for all of these and maybe more. All of these and maybe more. And then for the rest of the week, just going to be doing the data entry, basically. Going to be taking this mob, putting it in. Probably going to have it spawn in this room down here. Oh. In this room down here. Plan on doing anything with this game if it does good in the jam. I don't expect it to do good in the jam, so I didn't really plan that. No, I did not. What I plan on doing is releasing the source code and then letting anyone do whatever they want with it. I did plan on making another game that is 3D, that is aligned with like Dungeon Master / Dungeon Hack. That I think I'm going to take more seriously. This has just been fun to make, and I'm happy to just, if you have fun with it, take it. I'm going to take all of the art that I make and just put it out there. Feel free to reuse it. I don't know. Yeah, there's always a possibility. I don't know. That's optimistic. There are a lot of people who have submitted games, and a lot of people have been working a long time on level generation from the stuff that people are posting on the Discord. And I have spent no time on level generation, so I feel like I'm very far behind, actually, where everyone else is at. And that's fine. I'm not trying to beat anyone. I'm just trying to finish. And if we submit something that I feel is done I call that a victory. And then I'm going to, I don't know what I'm going to be doing immediately after the jam, but at some point this year, I'm going to start another game. And I've thoroughly enjoyed coding it on stream, so I'll probably code that game on stream as well. If you're far behind, then I'm very far behind. How have you been working on level generation, Duckonomics? Nope. Okay, so we're both far behind. Maybe, I don't know. Like this is a fine proof of concept, but this is not a game. This is not a game at all. Yeah, I haven't even started. You know what? Honestly, what I would say is absolutely start now. This is still plenty of time. I think once we get down to 14 days left in the jam, you can still start if you're confident. That's still plenty of time to make a really good entry. But the past jams I've done had a lot less time, and I don't think I've done a jam that was 30 days, and 30 days is absolutely enough, is the right amount of time. My brain makes too many ideas, and I can't decide. Oh yeah, that's a problem, having too many ideas. I think Metroidvania is actually a really good starter idea. Like just make something where you can be on one map, not a randomly generated map, it's just one map, and you can just walk around and you can pick up one thing and you can shoot one dude or punch one dude or whatever. Like you can just implement one thing at a time and go from there. That's what I've done. Like that's why this map looks like it does, because this is one thing at a time. This is not a game, but there's one enemy, there's one tool, there's one consumable. I don't have one weapon yet, but you know, a sheriff or an outlaw in some type of apocalypse. No time like the present to start. I don't know what other jams there are going, but if there are any others, take a look, join one. Hopefully one that gives you more than 7 days. And if you want to make a game like Rogue, this jam, there's still plenty of time. Totally join it, you know? Would recommend. Okay, what does this do? What does this command do? Probably procrastinated 20 days and get nothing done. I know that. I know that. That's honestly why I'm streaming. Streaming has, I was saying that earlier, like streaming the coding is why I've gotten this far. 100%. Not the same for art, not the same for drawing art. Drawing art on stream, I cannot do it. If I had to do that again, I would just give up this game, honestly. I don't have the mental ability to do that. You have your fists? Yeah, I have the desperation weapon. Stream it, then I might lock it in. Stream the art? I did that yesterday, and I'm never doing it again. But streaming code, I endorse that. Tried Roblox coding to see if I can handle burnout, and I actually locked in. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Didn't auto code, and then it's actually doing and getting stuff done. That's how it begins. And then it just snowballs from there. I know a few folks who got their coding chops from making Minecraft mods. And that's funny to me. It's perfectly it's legit. It's honest. And it's Java, so it's real. You're learning how to code for real. It's good stuff. Minecraft is not the game I would expect people to make into programmers. But hey. It's like, no, I don't want to do Roblox. Once you know the basics to program, you can program anywhere. See some guy coding Rainbow Six in Minecraft. That might be too far. You might have gone too far if you're doing that. I think like when I talk about like Minecraft getting people into programmers, I'm not talking about the redstone. I'm not talking about like I implemented a calculator using 60 billion blocks of redstone. Like that stuff is cool and fine and all that, but I don't think that's how you introduce people to programming. Because redstone is very. When I play Minecraft, the annual Minecraft server goes up. No one touches redstone. Nobody ever touches redstone because none of the people I play with, well, they're not programmers, and they don't understand like how redstone torches work, let alone how a million billion other things work. I think that kind of stuff is that's for the enthusiasts. But writing like your first mod for Minecraft, that I think is actually where the programmer brain is developed. that's where the yeah. Anyway, gonna hunt for someone to raid because this is where I stop. One and only Bacon. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I do not know any of these folk, so I'll just pick one. Oh. Huh. Oh, my headset's broken. Okay, great. I don't hear anything. Since my headset's broken, I'm just gonna end the stream here. Thanks for watching, y'all. Hope you had a good time. Hope things are going well for you. Write your game. Do it. It's a good time. Start of the new year. Get started, honestly. Like, it's just a matter of like writing the code, and writing the code is very daunting, and then you do it, and then it turns out it was easy. Actually, it's a little too easy. Maybe you did something wrong. No, you did it right. You made a game. Good job. Pat yourself on the back. Thanks for watching. See you all next time.